He's lived 100 years and up until 5 years ago was still working as a heart surgeon. But don't ask Dr. Ellsworth Wareham for his wisdom.
I don't know about any wisdom. People associate age with wisdom, and I think that that's probably unscientific.
But what is scientific and backed up by multiple studies is that the lifestyle Dr. Wareham has lived is part of a prescription for a long and healthy life.
Well, I can only describe what I do myself. I must say my family doesn't necessarily subscribe to the program that I'm on. I have never cared for animal products, so with me it was a very easy thing to become a vegan. It just so happens that veganism is a healthy lifestyle.
Dr. Wareham and his 86-year-old wife Barbara both still drive, and Dr. Wareham makes it a point to climb up and down his stairs several times a day for exercise. He worked at Loma Linda Medical Center about an hour east of Los Angeles for most of his career, and he's operated on hundreds, if not thousands, of hearts. His heart is just fine, he says, and so is the rest of his 100-year-old body.
Well, I've been very fortunate in that I haven't had any physical deficits. You know, I don't have any trouble with my joints. My hands are steady. My balance is good, you know. I don't have any trouble with my balance. I don't have to walk with a cane or anything like that. So I'm basically no different than what I was 50 years ago.
Where the Warehams live has a lot to do with how they live and with how long they've lived. Loma Linda is one of 5 cities in the world designated as a blue zone. The others are Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, Nicoya, Costa Rica, and Ikaria, Greece. These are regions that have people who live measurably longer lives than the general population. Dr. Daniel Fontura is the vice president of Loma Linda University's School of Health.
You've got a significant older population here who oftentimes come here to retire. Also, they've got common values, interests, in the sense that you've got a lot of Seventh Day Adventist Christians who will spend their 70s or 80s doing things together.
The healthy seniors living in this blue zone have more than a shared faith. They appear to adhere to a shared lifestyle that includes regular exercise.
Yeah, I'm vegetarian.
A diet low in meat and higher in plant-based whole foods. And just as important, they're part of a social community. At the Drayson Center on the Loma Linda campus, that community is evident everywhere.
7, 8,
From the step aerobics class where 67-year-old Romy Nablack keeps her students sweating,
4,
to the outdoor aerobic swim class,
nice and slow, yeah, knee to chest.
to the exercise equipment. Everywhere seniors are moving. The entire university is in step with the shared lifestyle.
We at Loma Linda University Health, our mission, or our motto I should say, is to make man whole. We believe in the paradigm of a whole person, and so we try to actually integrate that into our care at the medical center and clinical practices that we have. So we kind of view and believe that it's kind of a whole package. We view them as just all working together, mind, body, and soul.
Many here in Loma Linda are vegetarian. In fact, the local market doesn't even sell meat. But what research has found really boosts heart health is a diet high in nuts.
Nuts are showing a lot of benefits in terms of reduced risk of heart disease, in terms of overall mortality, and now a couple of different cancers. there have been findings linking nuts to lower risk of colorectal cancer and also of pancreatic cancer. Shaped similarly, but the Adventist...
Michael Orlich is a co-investigator in the Adventist studies. These are ongoing studies of the lifestyle in the Loma Linda Blue Zone and how it leads to longer lives. That lifestyle includes not smoking, not drinking alcohol or caffeine, regular exercise, being a healthy weight, eating a more plant-based diet, whole foods, and nuts.
Our studies have clearly and consistently shown benefits of a healthy diet pattern in terms of reduced incidence of heart disease and, in other words, the first heart attack, that kind of thing, and even more importantly, reduced mortality from cardiovascular disease. So less people dying of heart attacks or congestive heart failure.
Earlier studies have shown Loma Linda males live 6 to 7 years longer than the average American male, and women live 4 years longer than the average American female. Dr. Ellsworth Wareham has certainly lived beyond the averages.
And you were saying it was a lifestyle. So what other things have you done in your life that you think helped you get to 100 and a healthy 100?
I think one has to have a good mental attitude. I think that's high on the list. I think you've got to look at the positive things. There's the negative things of life and there's the positive things. And you've got to concentrate on the positives.
Sage advice from someone who has lived a century. For Full Frame, this is Sandra Hughes in Loma Linda, California.
Okay, I'll stop share for just a minute here and ask for comments. By the way, anybody has questions or comments today, I really want to encourage you to put them in the chat. And there's a lot of you out on the in the lounge. Please come into the live studio. We'll let you in for another 10 minutes. You have a chance to be here and ask questions directly. But anyway, so again, put your questions in the chat, or if anybody's got a comment now, do a hand raise. If you're on camera, you can raise your hand, or you can, Joyce.
Yeah, I'm just struck by the supermarket doesn't have meat. The supermarket doesn't have meat. And everybody's all right with that. Yeah.